Hi, my name is Benjamin Cohen. I'm doing my video assignment number 1 for ISM course number 809, Digital Marketing. Yeah, I know we've got 20 to 30 minutes to do this, so I'm going to try to go fast. I'll probably run over. Okay, so after reading the case study on Murray Sawchuck, as well as doing a little additional research online, I found out, okay, so what is his business, brand or product, and what is that brand or product? His business appears to be predominantly his live stand-up comedy magic entertainment shows. He is an entertainer. He's self-dubbed the Dennis the Menace of Magic. His style, his brand of magic, as it were, is a lightly humored trickery, the way I'd write it. And so his product is entertainment. It's an experience. There's no material items, and so it's really an event-based exchange. He delivers a sleight of hand, as well as prop comedy. That's also in his theme of magic. So yeah, his business is predominantly the Magic Act on the Las Vegas Strip, which he does shows currently in the Tropicana, going on right now throughout the month of October and November. Okay, so yeah, what else did I read? He's Canadian-born, turned American in 2009. He, in addition to his business of being those shows, he also does a lot of guest appearances or appearances on other shows. America's Got Talent, or what was it, Celebra Cadabra, where he's trying to teach a celebrity how to do magic. He do some of these other shows, but those aren't his primary. Those aren't his name. That's not his main product. That's someone else. So then, in his business, who are his customers and who are his competitors? From the style of magic that he gives, the light humored trickery type themes, it seems like his customers are mainly regular people, and by that I mean a random selection of people who find themselves in Las Vegas and are looking for entertainment. People who want to be entertained, people who are willing to pay for the show. There's a lot of people who want to be entertained but aren't willing to pay for it, which would perhaps be the YouTube market. Also, people who are younger with a mischievous attitude or just a younger humor style, where it's kind of poking fun at other people or at their lack of attention, and it's still lighthearted and I guess family friendly. Some of it can be a little risque, or not risque, but a little bit near the line of just for funsies. Yeah, he works live shows in Las Vegas. He does the TV shows, as I mentioned. But everything that he does appears to be within the realm of magic and entertainment. Who are his competitors? That's straight from my last sentence. Other magicians and other entertainers are his main competitors. Where he has a lot of online quotes in interviews where he's respectful of the other magicians, of the tricks, the talents, the attention they've gotten to, or that they've brought to magic to bring it back a little more mainstream. But at the same time, I was reading the article on. He was married in 2009 to someone who performed on Britain's Got Talent, and his marriage lasted 3 years until his magician rival, Chris Angel, started dating his wife and abruptly ended their marriage. So, safe to say that's the number one rival. Thinking of magicians, I don't know a lot of them off the top of my head, but Chris Angel is definitely one of them. He's a guy who retired in the last 3, 4, 5 years. And there's definitely other magicians out there. Entertainers, he's in Las Vegas, and when people go to Vegas, it's for food and shows and entertainment, and so he's competing on gambling, shows, and entertainment, and food, the buffets. So when people go to Vegas and they want to see a show, I mean, his competitors there are, Cirque du Soleil, or Celine Dion was there for a while, or musicians that are doing Las Vegas. And so he's competing for those dollars of customers coming through and wanting a Vegas experience, and may or may not know him, but may or may not be in the mood for, fun magic type entertainment. And so he's competing for those audience members. So his business objectives, entertain his audience. He doesn't deliver products. He doesn't manufacture. He entertains. He gets his audience laughing and enjoying their time in his audience. And word of mouth would be one of his business objectives. Spread his popularity, spread his brand name and brand recognition, and get their friends and family and the people who sat next to him on the airplane to come and see him as well. He states one of his quotes online is that, "I think we've," as referring to musicians, "dropped the ball a bit on originality and keeping magic real and not editing for TV. I think that future magic needs to be smarter than the audience, and right now it isn't." And so that, I think, is a good quote about his business objectives. He wants magic to be mainstream. He wants it to be real. I mean, if you have the power of TV, you can easily just edit stuff or whatever, change frames and and fool the audience, but not necessarily perform magic. So he wants the quality of magic to be up to par. Magic needs to be smarter than the audience right now. And so I guess I read that a lot of the magic has been done over and over, and either the general viewing populace kind of knows the tricks, or isn't that amazed by whatever card tricks or pulling foam balls out of your pocket or whatnot. And so he's trying to edge it up, keep it top of the market. I'm going to get into the article a little bit more, because the article was really talking about his business and experience with Mr. Leach and YouTube. But really, a lot of these questions are more towards who he is and what his business is, which leads into the purpose, and in my opinion, leads into why he did the YouTube and what his objectives are with the YouTube experience. So I'll come right back to question number 3. So the Porter's 5 forces, individual rivalry. He's got, as I said before, his competition within the magic community. He's got his competition within the entertainment community. And in the small world that Las Vegas is, he has significant competition for the entertainment dollars that fly in there every day. Threat of new entrants. Why not? Let's start there. I kind of view his, I've watched a few of the YouTube's videos, and his style of magic is, it's really his personality. That's the part that's the most difficult to replicate. He's a younger looking guy. He's 44 today. Whenever his birthday was, but he's a younger looking guy, and so he's aesthetic to the camera and whatnot. But then his level of magic is, I didn't see anything that was groundbreaking or amazing or whatnot. Some of the trickery on police stuff that he had the YouTube vids didn't seem too groundbreaking, and so in my opinion there is threat of new entrants there for sure. His style and his delivery are replicable, and so long as that's someone who can create a good brand that is recognizable and memorable, then that's a serious threat. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention earlier that his photos, he's kind of got the tall skinny face with bleached hair, or maybe he is that blonde coming out the top. It's a unique haircut. It's not mainstream, and so with his glasses and his smile, that he has a memorable face. We'll say that. Okay, so that was threat of new entrants, threat of substitutes. Entertainment is everywhere. Entertainment, getting instant gratification for the consumer it's huge. It's big business these days. It's what everyone's talking about. And so, of course, other entertainment sources are threat of a substitute for magicians. So I was thinking, TV and movies, but as well as, video games and comic books. Because what are kind of the demographics of people who like the humor that he portrays? It's I think even in there it said that it was mostly male, late teens, early 20s, predominantly, over 90% of it or whatnot. And so the threat of substitutes for that demographic would be the video games and comics and whatnot like that. So then the bargaining power of suppliers and buyers. So bargaining power of suppliers, I feel that I'm not familiar with the magic industry and how he comes up with the props and whatnot. But I would also say that the suppliers could also be the suppliers of the venues. And in a place like Vegas, you don't have too much say in it. And so I think that the bargaining power for the Vegas venues is really high. And the cut from his shows going to his pockets might be pretty low. And so that's going to be tough for him. Bargaining power of buyers, it's opportunity out there. It's what is available to the consumer. And so his buyers are really the live audience. I'll come to that calculation soon, where people only have so much disposable income, and what they choose to do on it. Lots of options out there, and pretty much in order to see him live, in order to see him or to contribute to his financial success, you can buy the DVDs or CDs, or Apple, Amazon, whatever, the music, the audio files of it online. But then in order to see him in person, that's a select group, a very targeted audience of people going to Las Vegas. Not everyone's gone to Vegas, and not many people get to go there every year. So when they go there, they want to see whatever it is in their mind that's the best of Vegas at that time, that year. And so bargaining powers of buyers, if someone doesn't like what they see, they can always get entertainment in Vegas in a variety of other ways. And so competition for the consumer's dollar is difficult. So then we get into the video marketing portion of it. Okay, so expected outcomes with the video marketing. I like the way this question is written, because it's the video marketing, not the video income. I viewed the YouTube endeavor as a marketing experience or marketing endeavor. And so inside the case study, there's no reference to what his expected outcomes are, and that's the point of a case study. And so was it page 6 of the case study? Mr. Leach estimates that 5% of YouTube subscribers are passionate, equals they purchase merchandise, travel to see him, etc. 40% are active watchers, which means that the quality is more is above the threshold for the price, which YouTube is free. It's the price of your time. And then 45% are potentials, which means they could become active and they could have mild interest or fall out of interest. So it's pretty much 5% could be a source of revenue out of, the example was 100,000. And so it's kind of a game of volume, a game of statistics at that point. And so he, what was it? So he could make some money. There's plenty of YouTubers out there who make their primary job or primary source of income be the revenue from YouTube videos, which it was quoted as once a video has 1 million views, the content creators get about $1,000, which comes out mathematically to 10 cents per view, but that's probably a higher price per view because there is so many viewers or subscribers or whatnot. And so if you only had 1,000 or a couple thousand views, you might not make much money at all. Let me segue into his YouTube channel. I found the original video that was posted on here only 2 years ago, or YouTube doesn't give me the exact date, so it's between 1 and 3 years ago. 17 million views. So based on that earlier math, that's $17,000, which isn't nothing, but he's got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 60, 162-ish videos. Most of the recent stuff just has in the thousands of views. It might take 4 or 5 videos to amass 1 million cumulative viewers. It's really the early stuff that got him the big views. 8 months ago, 9 months ago, 10 months ago, some of those have 1 million views. And so what I'm going to get to here is what I think of the segment or the portion of his business that comes from the YouTube, because the case study doesn't really address that. So if he's only getting a couple million views per year, I'm not adding it all up, that means he could get maybe $50,000 a year on the YouTube stuff gross. So then you got to subtract out his cost of production. If he has partners such as Mr. Leach from the case study, then that's also that's a shared revenue stream. If he has any transportation, any cameras, utilities, video editing, blah blah blah, all these costs just come out of the gross. And I don't know what the net profit margin is for this industry, but if it's $50,000 per year, then his net's not going to be that sizable. Whereas I went to vividseats.com and I was looking at shows that he is doing. I counted up 23 shows that he is performing this October. Between tomorrow, October 1st, and October 31st, he's doing 23 shows in the Tropicana, Las Vegas. Going to the price page, prices are $54, $69, $79, or $84 each. I'm looking at a show a month in advance, so that's hopefully more the representative prices, not last minute prices. I'm not looking up tomorrow's show. So if we just say like the average price per ticket's in the $70 per ticket range, then we start looking at how many seats there are in the theater, in the Tropicana. And so I could not find the actual count of seats, but I did the estimation a couple different ways, and I'm estimating between 800 and 1,200 seats in the theater. And so just for round, easy math numbers, let's say that there's 1,000 seats in there at $70 per seat, $70,000 per show. You know, whether or not it's full occupancy or not, you know, we could round that down to 60,000. It's Vegas. I don't know the business models there, but the house gets at least half, I'm going to say. And so of the $30,000 per show that he gets, he's got to pay for promotion, he's got to pay for his manager, he's got to pay his assistants, he's got to pay for the props, he's got to pay And so if out of the 60,000 gross revenue per show, I'm assuming it's not sold out, I don't know, sorry if there's offense there, then I think that he could take home, you know, $5,000 to $10,000 per show net, which would be his gross income. If you did 23 shows per month, round that down to 10 shows per month, times $80,000 or $8,000 per show, yeah, then that would be like $80,000 per month. If he does that for, you know, 6 or 8 months, I don't know, you know, he's still making $500,000, $600,000 per year. Basic math. I'm not even, you know, getting as precise with any of this stuff, but compared to $50,000 shared 2 or 3 ways gross, I mean, the YouTube is not revenue. So it's really his product. So getting back to the first questions, his product is the live shows. It's the Tropicana stuff. He might get some guest appearance monies for going on to, if I can find all of the shows that he's gone to. Sorry, I had this up and I just closed it on accident. So then, yeah, he's gone on Celebricadabra, he's gone on America's Got Talent, Pawn Stars, the Jada Grace Show, and miscellaneous others. So, yeah, he's got a little bit of money in there. It's worth his while, but it's not nothing compared to his Vegas revenue. And so, let me go back to the questions. So yeah, that's for me. Finally getting through to question number 5. That's my justification for what is his brand. It's the live shows, or no, the brand is his image and his delivery style, the trickery and the sleight of hand. His product is entertainment. His vision, his appearance is also part of his brand, and Magic Murray and the Dennis the Menace of comedy, those are part of his brand. His product is entertainment, magic, a little bit of mystery and whatnot, awe-inspiring. Who are his customers, blah, 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 5 forces. So then what are his expected outcomes of it? I addressed that. So in the article, in the case study, it talks about the YouTube study, or a YouTube study, suggesting that content creators showing active interaction with its subscribers can see a sizable impact coming back to them financially. Active interaction with subscribers includes like a sense of inclusion, like referencing them in the videos, thanking them in credits, or thanks to my Patreon supporters, or just a scroll at the bottom that just kind of lists names. I've seen that in other venues or formats. Discord, I've seen that there. And then comment responses. If someone's commenting on his YouTube videos, then him, or a paid representative, making comments or responses back to their comments can instill that interaction. So it instills a sense of intimacy, a sense of reality, a closeness with the content creators from the perspective of the viewers or the consumers. And it's kind of a human connection because I guess in general, if you're watching a a 2D flat screen, then it kind of feels like a 2D flat screen, and you can kind of expect bizarre demands out of things, just people doing wilder and crazier events, or just doing bodily harm, or doing stuff that's really not human to want out of another individual. And so if you get back to like the comments and getting back to reality and talking to people on a human level, then that is good positive interaction with your subscribers, which the YouTube studies suggested then gets or influences that 5% of your subscribers who could pay for your merchandise, could pay for CDs, videos, could pay for flights and come out and see you in person, or tickets to your shows when you do a touring visit, which he did an Asia visiting tour not too long ago. So all of this analysis kind of gets me to my recommendations on using YouTube as a digital marketing strategy. In watching his videos, he doesn't mention his name at all. Like, the videos are, kind of like that hidden camera behind the tree type thing, which, it's a style. And the only interaction you really see and hear is of him and his intended target or targets. And so he doesn't really talk, like break the fourth wall and talk to the audience, talk to the viewer. And so he doesn't really have a good platform for saying, hi, my name is Magic Murray, and I do Las Vegas shows, and come see me. My dates are from October to November or whatnot. He doesn't have a good platform for doing that in the audio or video portions of it using his delivery style. But my recommendation would be for him to have either perform a stunt in front of a poster advertising your show, product placement, or just have someone casually say, oh, I saw you at the show last month, you were great, blah, blah, blah. So name dropping, or just have pictures, stickers, whatever, put on your video during the video or after the video or whatnot, to put your name there and put your product there, which is the live shows. Because a lot of the article talked about viral videos and how you become, viral popular, and that's people sharing it, maybe the links to YouTube, or sharing the videos in Facebook or in Twitter or in other formats that might not have your the content creator name and your channel name and the words that you want to add to that video clip. Like, that's the format of YouTube. And so if these are getting shared outside or elsewhere, then some of that ability to pronounce yourself and your presence, and how the people who like you, how they can find you. How can they find you on YouTube? What do they search for? Dennis the Menace, or Canadian guy? I mean, he's American, but I mean, how do they find him? And so I think that would be pretty helpful. Or just break the fourth wall after the stunt and talk to the viewers would be a fair option. And so I think that's my 6-answer response to assignment number 1. I haven't seen anyone else's assignment, so I don't know if that was good or not. So I'm going to submit this. You're seeing it. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it. 29 minutes. Benjamin Cohen signing off.